Hey guys, Coach Kurt. This is ACD Combatives. I'm foregoing the music that usually kicks off one of my videos. I wanted to get straight to the point, and that is to gi or not to gi. Should you train in the gi in control tactics? And if you're a martial artist and you're interested in this channel or curious about control tactics and combatives for law enforcement, it's probably a natural concept for you to train in a gi. But in the control tactics world, there are instructors that seem to forget that what we train, what we teach, derives and comes from traditional martial arts. I don't understand why that is something that someone would be weirded out by. I think that 50% of your training should be in a gi. It's year-round when you're policing. I police in the spring, summer, fall, and winter, and all different clothing types that you are wearing and the bad guys are wearing. I might be patrolling by a lake and it's 90 degrees out, or I'm, patrolling in the snow. I work in a very seasonal environment, and I'm wearing a patrol jacket sometimes. I'm always wearing an outer vest, and the bad guy I might be tangling with might be wearing clothes, or he might not be wearing anything but a pair of shorts and a flip-flops. That's very common. Like I said, there's a lot of lakes in my area. I am a rural officer, and I could be patrolling near a lake. It happens all the time where somebody's wearing flip-flops and board shorts, and that's not uncommon. But it's just as common that they're wearing a coat. And so here you see me demonstrating both gi and no gi variations of the same technique. I threw that up on there that I have used this particular technique on the job because I've had people say, that would never work in real life. Guys, I've used this exact takedown, this, I guess you'd call it an arm throw or a hand throw, depending on your system of martial art. But back to the point at hand, guys, you need to train in a gi. If you're a control tactics instructor, you can swap that gi out with like a BDU top. I know a lot of agencies have a BDU uniform other than their typical Class B everyday uniform. We call ours the Class Cs. And you can have them wear old BDU tops in lieu of a gi. Obviously, you're not going to have gis on hand if you're teaching control tactics, but it's something you should absolutely incorporate into your training. And if you're a regular police officer and you don't train martial arts, it's something you should think about. The clothing is something that is absolutely important to understand, that you can be manipulated or manipulate others using the gi. It goes along with grip fighting. Grip fighting is extremely important in grappling martial arts. I'm talking, Japanese jiu-jitsu, judo, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. You're not going to see it as much in no-gi systems, although there is quite a bit of grip fighting and wrestling and MMA. It's just not grabbing clothing. Here you see on the screen that my training partner is grabbing my outer vest. And how would you defend against, grabs against the outer vest? That's something you need to be prepared for. You need to train in this type of uniform. In this case, I'm wearing a training vest. That's not my regular patrol vest. Something that I can get all sweaty and gross and not, feel bad about wearing the next day on the job. But you need to train in similar environments that you're going to patrol with a duty belt. I took private lessons for about 6 months from a MMA/jiu-jitsu instructor with a duty belt and outer vest, private lessons, just to feel the difference between rolling with and without, and it definitely changes things. Here you see an excellent example of a Chicago police officer using grip fighting, and if she doesn't train judo or jiu-jitsu, I would be extremely surprised, because she's doing a really good job of manipulating this individual with grip fighting. And I will throw up on screen an example similar to what she was doing, how you would do it in a gi, or in this case, judo gi, and it's a very similar takedown that she used, but it's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. At the end of the day, what I'm saying is you should be doing both, with a gi or without a gi, or if you want to, use something like a BDU top. All right, guys, everybody take care and stay safe out there.
Let's roll. Hey, let's be careful out.